Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Martina Parker, and if you love luxury, lifestyle, organizational tips, and now money saving tips, you are in the right place, baby. We are going to be talking about today some of the things that I found at the Dollar Tree. Of all places that I'm really enjoying and have over the years. Everybody goes to the Dollar Tree. That's just point blank period. Everyone eventually will find themselves in the Dollar Tree. And sometimes when you're there, even with the price increase of a quarter, they're still like so reasonable and affordable. There's not much to complain about. But I looked as I was doing my makeup and getting ready to do my hair, how many products I actually use at the Dollar Tree. And so I was like, why you ain't put your friends on? I'm sorry, friend. I should have put you on already to these awesome products that I use all the time and never really thought to tell anybody about. So let's get into it. Every day I beat my face. I put some kind of makeup or powders on my face daily. And some of the things that I have found that I really like to use is the first one I'm going to start with is this e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. What I love about it is that it is actually very creamy. I don't use it everywhere. I use it underneath my eyes. So when I'm doing an eye look, I use it underneath my eyes because it gives a little bit of glow. I don't have dark circles under my eyes, so I don't use concealer there. I only really use makeup where I feel I need it. I don't do full beat glam each and every day. I just use a little bit here and there. And this e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer is really good. It kind of illuminates that area and dries down so that I can put a little bit of powder on top of it and it looks like, okay, she concealed. So I love that product. Another product for my face is I have these big thick eyebrows, and yes, these are my natural brows. They are just filled in a little bit for shape, but I have a lot of hair up there and I have to tame that hair, and so I use the Shape and Stay Brow Pencil by e.l.f. This one's new, but I have an old dirty one that I've almost used up in the drawer. And what it does, it just spikes the brows up and allows them to lay really flat all day long. I don't have to worry about strays. I have long eyebrow hairs, and if I don't trim them, they'll just be looking wild and bushy. So this allows me to always know that my brows are laid and in place. Another face product, this is the Hard Candy Pore Defense Primer Serum. Minimizes appearance of pores, and it's oil free. I started using this when I developed maskne. Maskne is a adult acne born from wearing a mask a lot of the time of the day, and so I needed something to put between my skin and the mask so that oil can't break through. The oil is what was causing the acne. So this pore defense primer closed the pores off so that I wasn't able to produce oil that set between that moist mask and my skin. And so I just basically eliminated breakouts with this and a couple of other products. But for this was a real game changer. So I use that all over my face. I do have naturally long lashes, but I have on a few pieces of false eyelashes. I'll take a false eyelash and cut it into little bitty pieces and just put them where my eyelashes are a little sparse, and or where I want a little bit more drama. Normally I like that drama right in the middle, and so I use that. But when I'm just wearing mascara or when I'm wearing nothing, especially like at night when I go to sleep, I use the Rimmel London Lash Accelerator. And this is just like a cheap version of, I think it's called LASIK, where you put, or Latisse, where you put it on your lashes and it helps your lashes to grow. This doesn't help my lashes to grow. It keeps them from shedding so much, and it keeps them dark so that even when I'm not wearing mascara, they look beautiful because they are so dark. Another item that I love to use, I do eyeshadow looks. And so this is the eyeshadow look of the day, and I like to lock it in place. So I use the CoverGirl Lid Lock Up. And when I buy most of these products, I've bought them in bulk. So I'll buy like 3 or 4 at a time, 2 or 3 at a time. That way, when the dollar store doesn't have them, I have some backups available to go with. So that's why I can show you some brand new ones. I can show you the dirty ones, but why? So it looks like this. You just apply it all over your lid, pat it in, allow it to dry for a sec, and literally just a second or two, and then go in with your eyeshadows. It makes them stick, it makes them vibrant. So the CoverGirl Lid Lockup, I really love that product. Another face product is now mascara, because if I'm going to just use the Lash Accelerator, I need to go ahead and put some mascara on my lashes. I found the Maybelline New York Lash Sensational mascara in store. I don't buy a lot of expensive mascaras, because what I found is that I can make all mascaras do what it do if you know how to utilize the wand. This wand on this one is extremely spiky, and I like that it's such a spiky wand, because it allows me to really separate the lashes and to also do my bottom lashes, because I like them to look a little wispy. So this one, the Lash Sensational by Maybelline, is a great product for your eyelashes. Now you may be wondering, do you use foundation from the dollar store? Yes, ma'am, I certainly do. And these are the 3 that I have found that kind of worked out for me. This is the Super Stay Maybelline foundation, and I just bought them in different shades because they do not have one shade to fit me. I use them to make the face the whole face. So I use this deep bronze as a contour. I use this warm coconut underneath this area, so right in here. And then I use this light toffee color right here, my T-zone, down my nose, and right in the center of my chin. And it blends out nice. It has a good stick and a good hold. And then I just set it with powder like I would set with my regular powder anyway. So I just go ahead and use those foundations. I use concealer most of the time instead of foundation, but when I want a full beat, that's what I do. I go ahead and use that. So after you've done all of that with your face, you're thinking, what am I going to do with these lips? Yes, ma'am. What are you going to do with these lips? I have found these NYX Lip Soft Matte Lip Creams at the Dollar Tree. And I can just use them to make various colors. So I lined today with this color called Moscow. And then I went over it with this color called Vancouver, patted it all dry, and then added the color Sydney on top. And that's how I got that beautiful berry color, just using 3 creams from the Dollar Tree. So basically these 3 are cheaper than, if I would, much cheaper than buying a lipstick, a lip liner, and a highlight lipstick. All right, so let's get on to my hands. Every now and then, I normally wear press-on, so I'm just real transparent about it. I do not see the need for me to go to the nail salon, sit there, waste time, and then pay for the privilege. So I don't really do go to the nail salon that often. I do like getting a pedicure though. I love a pedicure, especially when it's, you know, it's getting ready to be out of boot season. Those boot feet need touched. They need to be touched. So I do like a manicure and a pedicure, a pedicure on my feet. But for the most part, I use press-ons, and they too come from the Dollar Tree. So when I want to just do a little something extra, I'll use press-ons from the Dollar Tree. You can buy them in all the patterns, and then I just kind of organize them into, I have a little nail box right here, so I kind of organize them in my nail box, and when I'm ready to pick out a shade, I can pick them out readily. And then I like to mix and match them, because then they look a little bit more customized. If you really want to customize the nails, you can just paint them, and what I find is that any nail shade that I want to paint, it looks better with white underneath it, so I use the Wet n Wild white nail polish. I use that first as my base coat, and then I go in with the other shade, whatever color I'm going to use. It comes up true to shade. It looks beautiful that way. And then I use glitters. I love the glitters, and this is a Wet n Wild glitter. And these are always available. You just go in there and check out whatever glitters they have. If it's not the Wet n Wild brand, you may find another brand. This is the LA Colors brand, still Dollar Tree. And I just buy up the glitters, white bases and glitters. They do have, oh my God, they have more. You know what? Now I'm thinking about I use more. They have a product called Super Dry. And I use this Super Dry on my nails to help them dry fast when I'm in a hurry. But for the most part, I can let them dry, so I don't use it very often. But when I do, it does come in handy. And then just to keep my own nails and cuticle beds healthy, I use this product. This is the Be Pure Cuticle Oil and Nail Strengthener. And so I use that to just keep everything nice and moisturized. Lastly, my hair. So if you wear wigs, weave like I do, let me show you. Oh my God, and the bonnet, the silk satiny bonnet. This one came from the Dollar Tree as well. And what I like about this one is it stretches really big in case you have braids or something. Good morning, Mr. Grayson. That's my dog come running up here. And so it stretches really, really big. So when I'm doing my hair, oh, and these clips. Wow, Dollar Tree really has come through with my beauty regimen. I just realized that. These clips, I think they're called duck clips. I use them to pin my hair up before I go to sleep. And that way in the morning, I just get up and just take the clips out. And I'm ready to start using whatever hair product I'm going to use for the day. And so mainly I use 3 products from the Dollar Tree. This one is Softy Thickening Revitalizing Repair Formula, and I use this around my edges. And this just keeps my edges healthy because most of the time when I'm wearing a style, I try to leave a little bit of my own hair exposed. I think it just helps it to look more natural. And even if I'm not leaving it exposed, after I take the wig or the unit off, I go ahead and go in with this Softy product around my edges, front, back, ears, just to make sure it's nice and hydrated. And this is a lightweight formula. It doesn't hold for 24 hours like a lot of the other thick pomades, and I don't really like that. I like something to go in my hair, go straight to the roots and into my scalp, and not just lay all over the hair oily. Next is a product that I use for a heat protectant. So when I was doing these waves, and I love these waves have actually lasted for days. I got my hair waved 5 days ago, and they're still doing what they do. They're still waving, so I could get another couple of days out of this before I have to either brush it through and re-wave it. But when I do use any heat product, I use this. This is the Salon Selective Heat Protectant, and they say it's a tropical coconut oil smell. And it does. It smells fruity, but it doesn't last. It's not like one of those things that you put on your hair and that actually stays and saturates and make your hair smell good long term. It's not that. The product itself just has a smell to it. And then you can put that through the hair and go ahead and wave or use your hot tools. No, Mr. Grayson. My dog is back there fighting himself in the mirror. Don't fight yourself, baby. Don't fight yourself. Sorry about that, guys. The last product that I use is the serum that I use all the way through this hair in order to keep it shiny and manageable. Baby love, stop. Mr. Grayson, stop that. He like a child. He's like my child. And so this is the Lusty Coconut Oil for Natural Hair. And this is the hair serum. It says it softens, smooths, and controls the frizz. And it does all of that. It comes in this little bottle like this. I used to use Tresemme. Tresemme was $6 to $7 a bottle. This is $1. $1, and it works just as good. It doesn't create buildup, and it doesn't weigh the hair down or anything like that. It just gives it a great shine. Oh, this also gives an amazing shine when you are using it with a hot tool. So there you have it. Those are my suggestions for if you are in the Dollar Tree and need to pick up a few items. These are the items that I will recommend over and over again. They are chef's kiss. So thanks so much for joining. I hope this video was helpful. If you have some product recommendations that you'd like to shout out, go ahead and put them in the comments. Let's get the conversation popping. Look forward to talking to you all again. Bye.